When severe weather comes, will you be left in the dark? A massive outage over the weekend left thousands without power. Now neighbors are charged with anxiety. Neighborhood News reporter Aaron Holly has answers on AEP's plan for hurricane season. Plus, tick, tick, tick. Time's running out to get your real ID. The deadline is fast approaching. Where and how you can get yours. We have answers just ahead. Chris 6 News starts right now. And we thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Lascano, and we'll get to those stories in just a moment. But first, we have new information on a story we reported last night about Animal Care Services disposing of euthanized animals at the Cefe Valenzuela landfill. As senior Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens reported, Animal Care Services has been using the landfill since February because their furnace broke down. Today, the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality said disposing of euthanized animals at the landfill is allowed as long as the area is covered by 3 feet of solid waste or 2 feet of dirt as soon as they arrive at the landfill. TCEQ went on to say no prior approval is required for this practice, but failure to properly cover the animal remains may result in a violation. Well, today, Suzanne has been at City Council's meeting all day. The topic of discussion there has been the Inner Harbor Desalination Project. She joins us now live from City Hall. Suzanne, what has City Council discussed about its long-term solutions for our water crisis?
Well, a lot of things, Andy, but today's presentation focused on where the city stands with Inner Harbor Desal. Construction is still set for 2026 with a completion date of 2028, but there were some significant updates, mostly surrounding cost. One cost that raised some serious eyebrows was the cost of the prototype, which has tripled, jumping from $6 million to $18 million. City Manager Peter Zanoni told council that the increase isn't necessarily reflective of the final cost of the full project. Councilman Eric Cantu asked, when will council know if it costs too much? City staff responded that a final guaranteed price is expected by December. Councilmember Sylvia Campos questioned why groundwater and wastewater reuse weren't included in the plans sooner, something Councilman Gil Hernandez has been pushing for. He says desalination alone won't meet our needs and that the Mary Roads pipeline, along with the 7 wells currently under construction, may not be enough. Now, city staff says there will be updates on Inner Harbor every 2 weeks now, with the next one scheduled for May 13th. We'll keep you posted. Live at City Hall, I'm Senior Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens, Chris 6 News.
All right, Suzanne Stevens on top of that situation there at City Hall. Another update at the harbor. AEP Texas is stopping boat traffic today through Thursday at Packery Channel. Crews are going to temporarily stop incoming vessels every 15 minutes at the Highway 361 bridge at Packery Channel. It's so crews can put up new electrical wire. Texas Parks and Wildlife officials will work to control the traffic on the water. So if you're driving near that area, you'll see them directing boat traffic on both sides of the bridge. There are concerns about AEP after neighbors on Padre Island said they were left in the dark, literally and figuratively, this past weekend. Power has been restored after 9,000 people faced outages, but some who live there say they still have questions. That's where Neighborhood News reporter Aaron Holly comes in. She took these concerns to AEP Texas.
So it was a big lesson for us in really approaching how we work a typical everyday power outage. This power outage was triggered by some weather and was triggered by equipment failure.
Mr. Lopez went on to tell us that crews are on the island doing preventative maintenance on their equipment. He says this is to prevent another major power outage from happening again. Well, it's not hurricane season yet, soon, but not yet. But as you saw on the island, we can expect weather to impact our way of life in the coming days and weeks. So we're joined now by meteorologist Julia Cueta. You were saying more rain and storms coming like tonight?
Tonight, yes. So basically what's going to happen is that we'll see a frontal boundary. On one side, we got a warm front. On the other side, we got a cold front. So just the mixture of that, along with all this moisture and humidity that we currently have in place, that's just going to trigger some shower activity and maybe the potential to see some severe thunderstorms in the forecast beginning tonight. Right now, though, things are dry across the coastal bend. Right now, we're looking at a view from our Snoopy's Pier Skycam sponsored by CCAC. We saw that cloud cover earlier this afternoon, now breaking apart, allowing for that sunshine to come on through. But that's also adding towards that afternoon heat that feels very much like summertime. We can see our feel like temperatures ranging very high towards the triple digits across most neighborhoods here in the Coastal Bend. 89 degrees here in Corpus Christi, while it feels like 102. Robstown sitting at 93 degrees with a feel like temperature of 107. And over in Kingsville, really the hot spot for us this afternoon, sitting at 95 degrees, but it feels like 115. Now again, we have more of those details on what we can expect with these storms and how they'll be expected to develop over the next few hours tonight. My full forecast coming up.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
So the Veterans Administration is making 3 key changes aimed at improving how surviving spouses, children, and other dependents of deceased veterans get benefits. Listen up now. Starting this month, the Office of Survivors Assistance will once again report directly to the VA Secretary. According to a press release, 5 full-time staff will advise the Secretary on policies, programs, and legislation that affect survivors and dependents. Next, the VA is creating what it calls a white glove survivor outreach team. This team will help eligible survivors navigate the often complicated process of applying for dependent and indemnity compensation, or DIC. In addition, the VA says it's expanding automation tools to speed up the claims process and cut down on the delays. Well, time's running out to secure your real ID, and neighbors everywhere are scrambling to get theirs. Tomorrow is the deadline for Americans to get their new identification. And if you don't have a real ID or another accepted form of identification like a passport, well, you could face issues going through airport security. A representative from TSA urges folks to get their real ID, but also said they're not going to turn any passengers away at the airports.
We are fully staffed at all locations across the country, so I don't anticipate any wait times or delays as far as you're going through the security process, but we will process. You will not be turned away.
Well, that can get you can get your real ID at any Texas Department of Public Safety office. Now, the Department of Homeland Security is planning to offer money and a free flight to migrants who elect to voluntarily self-deport from the United States. The Trump administration announced on Monday it will pay airline tickets and a $1,000 incentive to some unauthorized immigrants. Homeland Security says the stipend will be paid after their return to their home country has been confirmed through the CBP Home app. The incentives are part of a broader effort by the Trump administration to push unauthorized immigrants out of this country. Also today, the Trump administration has recently weighed in on a big abortion issue. The Department of Justice is now asking a federal judge in Texas not to revive the key case that seeks to restrict access to the mifepristone abortion pill. The new court filing argues that the states don't have the legal right or standing to sue. The lawsuit from Idaho, Kansas, and Missouri argues that the FDA should roll back access to mifepristone. They want the FDA to prevent prescriptions for mifepristone, require 3 in-office visits, and restrict the point in a pregnancy when it can be used. Last year, the Supreme Court preserved access to mifepristone. 3 Corpus Christi police officers are being recognized next week in the nation's capital. Officer Kyle Hicks and Senior Officer Vicente Ortiz are being honored for paying the ultimate sacrifice at the 37th Annual Candlelight Vigil in Washington, D.C. Their names will be etched in stone at the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. Officer Marco Ramirez has been honored as one of the country's top law enforcement officers. He's among 10 in the nation selected by their peers for this recognition. That is quite an honor.
It's important because every day our officers go to work not knowing what they're going to face. We want to make sure that our officers and our citizens know that it's a dangerous job that they do, and every day that they hit the streets, they're putting their lives on the line.
Officer Ramirez will be presented with an award on May 12th, and the Candlelight Vigil will take place next week on Tuesday, May 13th. Well, a Corpus Christi man has been arrested and charged with the murder of his brother. Just after 9:30 last night, police got a call about a shooting on the 4900 block of Kane Drive. That's near Everhart and Holly. Officers found 45-year-old Abraham Salazar with a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. The 41-year-old man identified as Adam Salazar was arrested and charged with murder. Well, they're the ones we depend on when we need it most, right? This week, people across the country are recognizing nurses for their invaluable contributions. In fact, a proclamation at City Council today declared May 6th through the 12th as National Nurses Week in Corpus Christi. Mayor Paulette Guajardo made the declaration in front of a group of local nurses, including the professor of nursing at A&M Corpus Christi.
I mean, we're not just in hospitals, but we're in all kinds of places where people really need the help, but no one knows it except us. And so we can take care of them and support them. And we're happy to have a Nurses Week, but we do celebrate each other and our successes all year long.
Well, we here at Chris 6 want to celebrate the success of nurses as well. So all this week on Chris 6 News, we'll be highlighting some local nurses throughout our broadcasts. If you want to be featured or nominate a nurse in your life, just head on over to our Facebook page and submit their name and a picture of the nurse. We want to honor them.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Well, it's a big week for all you motorcycle fans out there. You know, riding a motorcycle is a thrill, but through all that adrenaline, it's important to, of course, stay safe. That's why this afternoon at City Council, Mayor Guajardo proclaimed May as Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month here in Corpus Christi. Listen to this. According to data from TxDOT, 581 riders died last year alone, and on top of that, more than 2,500 cyclists were seriously injured in crashes last year. So before getting on your bike, remember to wear your helmet and avoid distracted driving. It's an it's an unlikely combo, golf and salsa, but together they helped raise thousands of dollars for a life-saving mission. Halo Flight, in partnership with Flint Hills Resources, teed off its annual Flights of Angels golf tournament at the North Shore Country Club there in Portland. This year's event added a little extra flavor with a salsa making competition. Come on now, you're talking here. This year, the event raised a record-breaking $200,000. That's right, $200,000. The nonprofit CEO says the money's going toward training, safety programs, and equipment, and it's going to make us all even hungrier for some of that salsa and chips.
Our mechanics are fantastic, some of the best trained mechanics we have in the industry, and they really are dedicated to making sure that every time that aircraft takes off, it does so safely. We've invested in some new programs recently. We have a HUMS program that really kind of helps us do some predictive maintenance. All of our pilots are very highly qualified.
And each year, Halo Flight responds to about 1,200 emergency calls. Now, let's toss it over to Julia Quady with a look at our rush hour traffic. Hey, Jules.
Hey there, Andy. Now taking it outside, looking at our Skycam over top SPID, you can see those cars are going on by pretty smoothly. A lot of folks on those roadways, but it doesn't look to be too congested right now at this very moment. Let's go and take a look at those traffic flow maps to get a better idea we can expect on other roadways at this moment. Heading from Portland over to the Harbor Bridge in both directions, looking at pretty easy driving conditions. Nothing too hectic in terms of congestion right now on the Harbor Bridge. Heading towards downtown, pretty much all clear on Ocean Drive as well as on SPID. Heading on Saratoga, looking at a bit of a mixture of medium speed there at this time. Heading on over to the Bluff, you can see the same thing happening on Waldron Road and on Flower Bluff Drive. Then all clear on the JFK Causeway, heading to and from the island. That's it for Traffic Report. Mid-details of your forecast coming up. Hey there, good afternoon and welcome back. I'm meteorologist Julia Quady. Got that sunshine out there back for us briefly here in the Coastal Bend. Started out this afternoon with mostly cloudy conditions, but like I said during the noon, that those clouds were going to begin to break apart, allowing for more sunshine later on in the day. We can see that right now, taking a look at our Skycam over Snoopy's Pier, sponsored by CCAC. See that sunshine kind of basking onto our coastal waters at this point. Now temperatures, those have been on the higher side of the spectrum since this afternoon, earlier around noon, already seeing temperatures reaching towards the 90s for actual air temperatures, feel like temperatures in the triple digits, and now we remain in that very same fashion at this moment. Here in Corpus Christi, sitting at 89 degrees, feeling like 102. Over Robstown sitting at 93 degrees with your feel like temperature at 107. And here in Kingsville, sitting at 95 for your air temperature, but feels like 115 when you step outdoors right now this afternoon. So again, these type of conditions are kind of reminiscent of summertime. It can make you think that we're having a brief stint of summer here in the coastal bend today. But of course, with the range that we're seeing from our feel like temperatures reaching towards the upper 90s to the triple digits, this does, of course, increase our risk for heat danger here in the coastal bend. So across the area, we're seeing majority of our counties and neighborhoods under the moderate zone, so that's level 2 out of 4 for heat risk here in the area. So you want to make sure you're staying extra careful. Of course, just being aware of heat-related illnesses that you can get if you spend too much time in this type of heat. So just make sure you're staying hydrated. Of course, we still have buck days going on here in the area too. So looking at your forecast and what you can expect on that front, we'll see our temperature still ranging towards the upper 80s even by 5, 6 o'clock today. Even heading towards around 7 o'clock, we'll finally see our temperatures begin to decrease to around the lower 80s, but that's also going to be around the time frame we'll start to see some showers begin to pass on through the coastal bend. Now, they do have the potential to see some thunderstorms passing through the area too, mostly around 7, 8 o'clock. Then our rain chances will continue throughout some portions of the coastal bend throughout different periods of the late evening hours. But again, with the potential of those storms coming on through, there is a slight chance some of them could become severe. So we do have that marginal risk to level 1 out of 5 to potentially see some severe weather in the forecast for us across the coastal bend today from those showers that will pass on through. But just a reminder on what that means. A marginal risk, again, that's level 1 out of 5. What that means for us is that we could see maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm be possible in the forecast for us tonight with those heavier downpours and storms that will pass on through the area. This is one model house depicting how the scenario could play out for us tonight. Around 7 o'clock, we'll begin to see some showers pass on through portions of San Diego as well as Falfurrias nearby eastern Claiborne County. That same line of showers will begin to spread a little bit further up north nearby B in Live Oaks County. Of course, you can see those notes of dark red. So of course, that notes heavier downpours and some thunderstorm action there in those counties as well as throughout our coastal neighborhoods. That same line will continue to push on further up north, eventually reaching out of our area into the Victoria Crossroads locations, and then a couple spotty showers a little bit after midnight into around 2 o'clock in the morning your Wednesday. So again, make sure you're staying weather aware. I know, of course, like I showed you, we have Buck Day still going on. Go ahead and go out and enjoy those festivities. Just maybe be mindful around the time you may be packing up, heading on home. You might be interacting with some showers and thunderstorms passing through portions of coastal bend. Shower activity will remain in the forecast tomorrow and on Thursday, and then clear up with dry heat into the weekend.
I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Corpus Christi. In February 2024, I introduced you to Alice native Larry Garcia, who was on a deal of a journey. Now, he's opening up shop in Corpus Christi.
Gave me the opportunity to sell my product, and then we're up to 27 stores now.
First met Larry Garcia in February 2024 when he told Chris 6 News how a dare from his sons led to him going into business from his home. Larry made pickles.
I always knew if I set my mind to do something, I will accomplish it. But I didn't realize that it would be this good.
Back then, he told us how selling a jar of Scary Larry pickles to a customer at a mechanic shop where he used to work led to his firing. Larry reminds me, losing his main job forced him into survival mode. He set up a tent to sell more pickles. 1 year later, Larry is opening a store on South Everhart.
I thought it would take longer. My original plan was just to put pickles in stores.
Pickles, Larry says, are a hit with South Texans.
Yeah, we were just driving to work, and one of my co-workers mentioned that he wanted a pickle, and I live down the street, so I told him we could go to the pickle shop.
Gustavo Silva moved to Texas from Florida and has come to know here pickles are a big deal.
It's not something that's common, so it's really cool that they could come up with a store with different flavors and different themes with it.
Larry spent a few minutes introducing Gustavo to a variety of pickles and even a snow cone. What would you tell your Coastal Bend neighbors about your journey?
Never give up. Hard work does pay off. If you have a dream, if you feel that this is what you need to do, don't give up. Work hard.
Garcia hopes to slice through the Coastal Bend with his pickles. Scary Larry Pickles' grand opening is set for May 9th. Covering your neighborhood in Corpus Christi, I'm Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.
All right, one more time with meteorologist Julia Quady. What are you anticipating for the rest of this week, rainfall? And are there going to be strong winds as well?
We will see some strong winds potentially tonight with some small pockets of showers and thunderstorms that will pass on through the area later on tonight. We'll still have some rain in the forecast at least up until Thursday. It's going to get pushed out with that next cold front that's going to usher in dry heat that we'll see just in time for Mother's Day weekend. But just remember, stay weather aware. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive weather alerts because, again, there is that potential for our showers tonight beginning around 7 o'clock to have that severity component added towards them, making it lightly dangerous.
All right. We're looking forward to that because we've been warned by Julia Quady. All right, we invite you back at 6 for more news from your neighborhood. See you then.